We're going to look at angles of elevation and depression as well as bearing problem. So the first page is angle of elevation and depression. So we have this diagram. So the angle of elevation is the angle between the line of sight, which is this line here, and the horizontal line. That's called the angle of elevation. Whereas the angle of depression is the angle between the horizontal line and the line connecting you from you to the object. Okay, so depression is the angle you have to turn your head down to that form an angle to see the object. The angle of elevation is the angle you have to look up in order to see the object. So we're going to do these questions. So find the size of the angle of depression in this diagram. So angle of depression will be this. Be careful, 35. The angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight. Okay, that's the angle of depression. Angle of depression here, again, between the horizontal line and the line of sight, 18 degrees, not the 72. Be careful, it's the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line. What is the angle of elevation? Will be this, 34. Okay, so it's pretty easy. And then we're going to do some questions. So we're going to find the angle of elevation of the ladder, this angle here. So you just go sine theta is opposite over adjacent. Theta equal to sine inverse of 3.8. Sine inverse of 3.8 over 5.2. Using your calculator. Yeah, and then you go shift sine 3.8 divided by 5.2 equal to 56 to the nearest degree, 47 degrees. Okay, good. Alright. Then we're going to look at the next one. How far is it from the campsite? So that's the angle of depression, which equals to that angle, but alternate angle. So therefore you can go tan 33 equal to 45.3 on x. And to find out what x is, you can just go you can just go 45.3 divided by tan 33, and then we work out 45.3 divided by tan 33. 69.75 to, doesn't say, so maybe 69.75 to the nearest to 6. Okay, to 6 to the nearest 2 decimal place meters. Alright, good. So they're pretty easy. Let's move on to the next question. Bearings. Right, bearings are a little bit more difficult. There are 2 pages. Let's look at the first part. What is bearing? It's the direction. Okay, so bearing are measured clockwise from the true north. And it's a 3 figure. So if it's a 2-digit degree, you have to add a 0 in front. In this case, the bearing of Z from O is this angle 070. And then the bearing of A from O is this angle. It's the clockwise angle from north. So we're going to find these bearings. So this will be 260. And the next one will be, you have to add to this. So you go 270 plus 80. So what's 270 plus 80 will be 350 degrees. This one will be 135. Remember, it's the angle from north. This will be like this, which is 360 minus 40, which is 320. And this one will be, just remember, every quadrant 90, so that will be 270. Oh no, that's just 310. So you write 310. 310, and this one will be 065. Right, they're pretty easy, and then we'll just move on to the next page. To the problem. A ship travels 50 degrees for 6 kilometers. 50 degrees. Like that. And then when you reach a new spot, you draw a new cross. So then 120 for 4 kilometers. So you draw your destination, draw a cross at the destination, and it will be 120. So it will be here, 120 degrees for 4 kilometers. And once you reach a new destination, will be another cross, 200 degrees. So you go all the way to this quadrant, 200 degrees for 5 kilometers. And finally, we're going to go through the last one, 300 degrees, draw a cross, 300 degrees over here for another 4 kilometers. That's 300 degrees. Right, get the idea? So every time you reach a new destination, you draw a cross at the center. Alright, that's just a diagram, you don't have to do anything. Let's look at example 23, consider the diagram on the right. So find the bearing of P from A. Okay, so from A means you're standing at A, right? That's the cross. Find the bearing will be 120 degrees. But if you want to find the bearing of A from B, you draw the cross from B, then it will be this angle, because it's the angle measured from north clockwise. So you have to add, so to find out what this angle is, which is angle sum, co-interior angle, so you go to minus that will be 60 degrees. So that will be 60, so you get, and then you do 360 minus 60, which is 300 degrees. So the bearing is 300. Alright, we've got one more question to go through. Boat travels at 5 kilometers from A to B on the bearing of that. So that's A, from A to B on that bearing, 35 degrees for 5 kilometers. Okay, how far is A north of B? So north of B means this, right? The north. So you call that X. So you go X over 5 equal to cos 35. So X equal to 5 cos 35. Using your calculator, you will get 5 cos 35 equal 4.09, 4.1. Alright, good. How far east? East will be this direction. Let's call it Y. So it will be Y over 5 equal to, but that should be, yeah, that's sine 35. Y equal to 5 sine 35. Use your calculator. 5 sine 35. You get this, 2.9. And finally, if you want to find the bearing from A from B means you draw a cross at B on this angle. So to find this angle, maybe you can work out what this angle is first, which is this angle here. That's 90 minus 35, which is 65 degrees. Right there, 65 degrees, which is 55 degrees. 55 degrees, and there you go. 270 minus 55 to get the bearing, which is equal to 215 degrees. It's the true bearing. Okay, went through a bit fast. Okay, so make sure you watch the video again. Thank you very much.